You're watching the Norfolk Southern Sherwood subdivision, and the name Sherwood comes to mind because we're going to talk about our little town in this segment. First of all, Sherwood should be the focus of our subdivision because that's what it's named for. So here's the town of Sherwood as we speak. It consists of a main line with a passing siding. Do you see a town or any place where someone could work or anything like that? No, I don't either. So what we're going to do is we're going to build an area up here where there'll be a street. And I'm not sure how it's going to look. So we will be building a prototype that will show us how it will look, what its dimensions will be, and will give us a physical feel for how we might go about that. So we can't live with this, even though we're going to have buildings in the foreground that are the industries. People have to have some place to live, some place to work, and some place to eat. And that'll be the town of Sherwood when we're all done with it. Among the many things we're doing in the town of Sherwood is something to break up this blue wall. So I've built a little mock-up. What this is intended to be would be a stone-faced wall here. It's 25 feet high in HO scale. And on top of the wall would be a set of buildings, a roadway running along here. It's probably a one-way street because we don't have a lot of space there. The blank areas are incoming roadways. And at either end, it slopes down to the level of the layout. We'll pan across there and see that. See that slope there? And there's a similar one on the other side. So vehicles would come across the road, go down the slope of the roadway here, and end up here at the layout level. Now I built this with the flat area being 44 inches wide, and I just wanted to see what it would look like. And I think it looks okay, but I'm not real sure. Well, let me amend that. I'm pretty sure it's not wide enough. So I might have to build a wider one. Before we do that, let's see what it looks like when a train comes by. Now remember, this 25-foot high wall is going to have a stone face and probably a railing along the top right next to the roadway. So when we see our train come through, this is the back main line. And if we get it to stop there, what we see is approximately how it would look as compared to the wall and the buildings on top of it. The prototype for this is an area very similar to this with the wall and buildings on top and the railroad down below in Sanford, North Carolina. So I think the proportions are okay. The wall's high enough. The buildings are far enough apart and they look okay. I just think the wall, the length of the wall itself needs to be improved, probably about a foot. So we'll be reconstructing or adding to our prototype here, and we'll see how that looks. What you're seeing now is the revised version with 12 inches being added to the top flat surface. And we can pan over here to the end. It now extends with the roadways that come down to the surface, such as here. Almost the entire length of the straight part of the main line that runs in front of the wall that we're trying to simulate. Clear down to here, the curve starts right here. So I think that's better. The other thing it does, it gives us an opportunity to put more buildings in. there is at least enough space for one more set of those design preservation models buildings, or another one of these Walther's buildings on the other end. So I think that's good too. So I'm pleased that we did this little mock-up, because I think we learned some things from it, including what the spacing looks like, is it tall enough, and the best thing we learned was it wasn't wide enough. So we'll have a much better result for having spent a little time taping this old cardboard box together. So I think we're going to go with this. It would be the top section here, where it's flat. Was 44, we added 12, so it's now 56 inches. And the wings remain the same, they're 14 inches wide. So you can look forward to the buildings being finished, the wall being constructed, and other things to improve the look of our little town of Sherwood.